Hey guys, Hyper here again. So today, this video, me and all have been trying to create it for a long time, but we haven't really had time to, plus with my chaotic week last week. So this week, we have something which, a comment actually did not inspire this, but a commenter did comment about this, and like that commenter said, we're going to be explaining the Null Realm today.
Yep.
So, another thing though is before we do that, if you guys have any character suggestions, you can email this email on screen here for any character suggestions you might have. If we use it, we'll include an image of the email, excluding your email address, so random people don't email you or anything, but still say who the person is, or at least put like a name in the email that we can put up on screen, or just comment it in the comment section below, and we will, if we use it or change something about it, we'll still show the comment or email on screen. So the first song we created in the Null Realm was originally supposed to be a song about Entity N. But, after listening to it, Null actually said that it had more been along the lines of in the Null Realm, so that's what we then named it. Then the next song we made was Dance of Imps. This actually is because we made the Null Realm based off of a game called Slap Battles and the Null Glove in that game. It basically opens up a hole in the ground and imps come out of it. So I was able to find a picture of an imp online and use that to then generate an image that we have for Dance of Imps. So that's what the main thing we use. Basically, 3 of the imps attached to someone, and a hand of Entity N comes out and takes the soul of that person that 3 of them attached to. The next song we created was Nightmare's Throne. Nightmare's Throne is about Nightmare Null.
Yep.
And he's the king of the Null Realm. And more or less, it explains how
I may be in charge, but Entity N's still above me. So I can't do anything without him's orders, even though I rule.
Yeah, so basically he takes orders from Entity N, and the next song is The Will of Entity N, which is about Entity N. Entity N is the god of the Null Realm, and he gives orders to Nightmare Null, and then Nightmare Null takes that and does it. So we use that, and we kind of just, after that, those are the main songs we had, but we wanted to create more songs. And actually, Null has a plushie of a Gengar from Pokemon, and we named him Konku. So we wanted to add a Konku to the Null Realm. So what we did was, I was trying to generate an image for Konku. Thing is, ChatGPT, the thing I used to generate the images, said that Gengar was too violent for its content policy. So it took a couple tries, but I finally was able to get it to generate an image. I only got 3 image generations per day, and I used 2. And that third one actually was the image we have for the making of Konku, because it worked perfectly. It was like the kid version of Konku. So we used that image and made the making of Konku after that. Then, after the making of Konku, the next song we made was Nyx, the Warden of Shadows. So, Nyx is basically the guardian of Nightmare Null. The reason we came up with Nyx is because while searching for images of Gengar that we could use with ChatGPT, we came across a cat. And when I sent Null the image of the cat, he's like, that could be a pet or guard for me, whatever. So we were able to use it and generate the image for Nyx that we have. And then it is my song afterwards, Hyper, Architect of the Abyss. I have the Millennium Eye. I am basically a general, I would say. So I am advisor. Yeah, I'm above the imps, so I can command the imps. But if I give them a command and they start doing it, and then Null gives them a different command, they will take his orders over mine. So I am only able to do so much, but I am able to see between the Null Realm and the Dark World. The Dark World is another realm which Nightmare Null rules. Midnight Executioner of the Abyss is actually about Nightmare Null's sister. Basically, anytime like someone doesn't listen to their order or something, I can see it and I will tell her, and then she will execute that person or give them a fair warning. If they don't listen to it, then she will execute them. Eclipse, Guardians of the Throne is our next song. That actually that idea came up from Midnight. We already had an idea of a kitsune, a fox with 8 tails, but we couldn't really figure out a way to implement it in. That's when Midnight was bringing up a suggestion about adding 2 foxes in, because she wanted, like, 2 foxes or whatever. So we had it work, because they each have 4 tails, and it actually perfectly worked out for us. So that was amazing. So we have Eclipse, Guardian of the Thrones, basically Dawn and Dusk, and if, like, let's say they both are really weak now, or, like, about to be defeated, they can combine into Eclipse, and they have full energy again, and they can attack again. Then there is the Making of a King. It explains how Nightmare Null became the king of the Null Realm. He was born in the Dark World, and already was going to be ruling it soon. Then, we needed more info, basically, so he got teleported just randomly to the mortal streets. So, just randomly there. Then he saw an imp just walking across the street. And so it looks similar to his home, so he decided to follow it. And when he followed it, he found the portal to the Null Realm. So that's when he went in there, and he went in there no fear, because it looked similar to his home already. And that's when Entity N saw his courage and knew that he would be a good leader. So he gave himself his power, and now he became the king of the Null Realm. Yep. And then after he became king, after the making of the king, it's Durwood, Keeper of the Gate. Durwood, Keeper of the Gate, was actually my idea. I had thought, well, we needed someone that could be the gatekeeper, basically. But we didn't really have an idea of what it could be. And that's actually going to lead into the song we made after this. But basically, we couldn't really figure out anything. The main reason I thought this was because of the fact that in one of the videos I was looking at, or watching, it was a rounds video by a mutual YouTuber, me and Null Watch. And a modded card came up. And that card had, like, what looks like the image or portal in Durwood, Keeper of the Gate. It had something similar to that. So I used ChatGPT and was able to generate that image. Perfect. Then we needed a name for him, but we couldn't think of a name. That's when Null suggested Cain, and I'm like, oh, that could work out. But eventually, he came up with a better idea, which leads into our next song. But after, I'll talk about the next song in a moment. But while searching for a name for Durwood, Keeper of the Gate, Durwood comes from English, but its translation,
Gatekeeper.
It means gatekeeper. So it's really just gatekeeper, keeper of the gate, basically. But Durwood can also be a name. So the next song is Shadows of Loyalty, Cain and Abel. Basically, we originally just thought of the thing of Cain, which is what Null thought for Durwood. But after a while, he realized that he has Nyx, which is kind of his guardian. And me and Midnight did not have a guardian or anything. And I'm like, oh, that works out perfectly because Cain was the first murderer and Abel was the first one to be killed.
Yes.
So Cain actually protects Midnight and Abel protects me, Hyper.
And you'd think that wouldn't be very good protection, except here's the thing. Cain and Abel equally wanted to kill each other. Cain's just the first one who got the hit in.
Yeah, so basically, they are able to protect us. And the thing is, they can't disobey anything, because if they do disobey, then Null will see it or I will see it. Either way, we're all fine. Then, after Cain and Abel came King of the Null. That was actually when I was creating the song for In the Null Realm. Me and Null were like singing it, and then I couldn't remember the lyrics. So I'm like, let me go pull up the song. And when I was looking through the songs I generated, one of them was King of the Null. But I was listening to it, and I'm like, oh, this actually sounds good. So I sent it to Null, and we hung up because he has to hang up to be able to listen to it. He listened to it, and then he called me back and went, this could be a new song, and just make it King of the Null. So I just took the image that we have for In the Null Realm, asked ChatGPT to make it so it's like a bit blue, or like invert the colors. Inverting it did not work, just made it like a complete green, as you can see on here on screen. But it didn't really work out well, so eventually, though, we started to change it, and we were able to get it into the photo we have now. The next song we generated, or made, was Luna, Heir to the Throne, which, funniest thing about this, is that Noel wanted to see what his character would look like as a girl, so we generated an image of the image we used for him as a girl. And then after that, we saw that, and we didn't have any song ideas for the week that we uploaded Luna. We didn't think of anything. And then literally on Tuesday of the week that we uploaded Luna, that's whenever we were in the library at our school, and that's when he's like, well, what if we had an heir to the throne? Or like a daughter. So Luna is basically Nightmare Noel's daughter, and Luna is the heir to the throne. So, like, let's say somehow Noel does just disappear or goes AWOL and doesn't respond to anything, she can take over. And basically because Noel trained her for, like, the past 7 years or so. Then, after Luna, Heir to the Throne, we came up with Aetherian and Nocturnus. So, this was because of the fact that me and Noel, were playing Pixelmon, the Minecraft version of Pokemon. And my Pokemon in, Pokemon was what was it again? It was a Eternatus, right?
Eternatus, yes.
Yeah, it was a Eternatus. And so I was like thinking of what we could call it though. And that's when I went to ChatGPT and it came up with the name Aetherian, the Void Serpent. And I'm like, oh, that works out perfect. Then I'm like, oh wait, yeah, that could be someone for me because we already had Eclipse out, which kind of guards the throne room. And also slightly guards Null. Nyx guards Null more. So then we came up with also Nocturnus, the Abyssal Flame. Nocturnus is because when Midnight was going to be hopping on, she doesn't have a computer or anything, so she can't join us in Pixelmon. But basically when she can join us, she is going to be having one of her Pokemon be a Galarian Moltres, which is what Nocturnus is based off of. And that Galarian Moltres, I used a photo of it to then make Nocturnus the Abyssal Flame. Then, the week that Nocturnus was going to be uploaded, Orvine was the next one we were going to do. So what I did was, me and Null, because some stuff happened, so he was like waiting a bit after school. I was with him, we were talking, and that's when we wanted to make a new song. Like, we do want, because I already was planning to have a song for the Null Realm's core, but I couldn't really think of anything. And I had an image, but the image wasn't the best, as you can see here. It was good, but still not what we wanted. Then, when we, in Null's class, he has a ceramics class, he made this thing, and he kind of wanted it to be like another creature or whatever. And that's when I'm like, wait, we could implement this into the Null Realm as the Null Realm's core. So, added the Null Realm with that image, and that's when we generated the image that we have now for Oravine, the Null Realm's core. Basically, Oravine used to feed off of people's negativity, all the hate in the world and all that, but once Nightmare Null arrived, gave him some sweetness wrapped in golden sleeves, which is caramels, the golden... Was it the type of caramels? Original Weathers or something like that. Worcesters. And they're caramels. And so now Nightmare Null will give it caramels, and that's basically its main energy source. But if Nightmare Null does go AWOL, the secondary backup source is still hate and negativity.
Sorry, if I go AWOL?
Yeah. If you go AWOL or don't respond because of something...
You're an idiot.
What?
Why would I go AWOL, moron?
Don't know.
I'm the ruler of the realm.
I know.
It's if he goes AWOL.
Okay, possibly. Anyways, then after that we came up with Vornoth, the Stormborn Tyrant. That was because me, Midnight, and Null were staying up late one night when I was spending the night at their place, and we watched a, what was it? Godzilla
King of the Monsters.
Yeah, Godzilla King of the Monsters. And that's when we ran into Ghidorah, aka the Hydra.
Best Titan.
Yeah, the best Titan, which is the Hydra. Monster Zero, yeah. So we basically wanted to create something for that, but I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, I don't know what we could implement it as. Then I'm like, well, we have Entity N as the god of the Null Realm. Then I'm like, well, why can't Vornoth be the god of the Dark World, which is the other place that Nulllore rules. Nightmare Null rules. Mm-hmm. So eventually, though, we did that, and I'm like, oh, wait, this can work out perfectly. Because Nightmare Null takes orders from Entity N. He can also take orders from Vornoth, but if they have conflicting things, it wouldn't really work out. So, Midnight, she is the one that follows Vornoth's orders. He tells something for her to do, and she will do it. And then, that's basically all the songs. We kind of just keep making them. We're trying to make more and more, but I think that's all. But, like, right now we're still thinking of more songs to make and everything. But basically, most of these songs we just, at the beginning, when we did in the Null Realm, it was because we just wanted to get that song on YouTube because Nightmare Null wanted to see if it would be good on, or if anyone would like it. And then we put Dance of Imps, Nightmare's Throne, and The Will of Entity N. And then they weren't making many views, but we were starting to get some more subscribers, and we like that. So we started making more and more. And it just became now we're just a YouTube channel making songs. So we're kind of just making more and more songs. Although, if you guys do have any suggestions, like I said at the beginning of the video, I have an email address here on screen. Email your suggestions for like new characters and stuff here. And if we like it and we'll use it, or even if we change something about it, we will have your comment on screen, or it will be in the description showing that we used your email or anything. You can also just comment on these videos saying the character idea, and we might use it, we might not. Don't know. But that's going to be all. we're gonna go now because we're kind of on a time schedule for things. But thank you guys for watching, and that was all about the Null Realm.